It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Franklin, a short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And getting this just shy of midfield, was spotted at the 49. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Ellison. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Franklin. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Pats' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Travis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. When you look at this Patriots defense, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the third round.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 56 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the bootleg. Travis. He'll buy some time right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. His first catch. Good for 16 and a first.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it force.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the Patriots at 7-5 now of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jake Ferguson, 59 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around. Now a give, right side. Ellison. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Thomas has it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On 1st down, Ellison, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Ellison. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. That is caught. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This one complete to Ingram. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Franklin. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's 3rd and 3.
In motion, James, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Travis. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Little short pass to James. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Travis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And
what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The final shot before break. Franklin. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Back to throw. Travis eluding the pressure right.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Travis.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
From the gun on 3rd down, Travis. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Off the bootleg, Travis. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 34 yards the gain that time, another first down. Back to throw. Franklin. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Let's go. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Franklin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. McPherson's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Operating from the gun, Travis. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
72 yards.
And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Travis.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot.
This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Travis. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
In motion, James, the tight end. Operating from the gun, Travis. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
2nd and 9 now. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for New England. 58 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Franklin. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Travis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Travis sliding out of the pocket. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Travis. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Brian Thomas
with career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Throwing to start the drive. Travis dancing to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Operating from the gun. Travis.
And he'll find Hall.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Paul want to give up the middle.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Back to throw. Travis.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Looking to throw. Travis. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They throw it out right complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start the drive. Franklin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Looking deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Here's 1st down.
Back to throw. Franklin.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Franklin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
McPherson's kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is caught. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. So that last touchdown sealed it their partner, and then the kickoff there at the end, just a formality to knock the final seconds off and send everyone home.
Yeah, it's awfully nice when you're kicking off late, knowing that even if you give up a big return or a touchdown, it doesn't matter, right? You mentioned the word formality. Good job by them putting themselves in that situation where kicking off did not matter.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New England, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.